Blood plays Coriolis. This is episode 2 of the Fear and Loathing in the New Horizon campaign. I'm your GM, Matt.
Hello, bloody muddy people. I'm Adam. I play Kalia, a disgraced journalist from Kua.
I'm Charlotte. I play Luna. I am a relic hunter of sorts.
And I'm Nathan. I'm playing Xanaphar Il-Kadif. He's serving as the ship's engineer, and Moonlights as the cameraman.
Okay, so we're picking up where we left off last week, and your ship has just been docked with a transport vessel full of refugees ready to come on board. Where are you all stationed? You said that you had your holo drone camera perched and ready to go to kind of be recording people as they're stepping through.
Yeah, so on the threshold, basically.
Yeah, and Clea, you're the face of the outfit.
And what a face it is.
Where are you perched?
I am flitting about.
We have a docking station.
You do have a docking station, yeah. So there's like an airlock that will connect to another docking
reception area.
Yeah, an airlock.
We have
hold a lot of people.
Cubed coffee gel.
Yeah, I'm flitting about like a mayfly around the threshold, trying to buttonhole desperate refugees as they come in to ask them how they feel about losing their home and all their possessions.
Okay. So, Luna, are you also there, or are you behind the scenes somewhere?
No, I am right at the door. I am fully armed and armored and making sure nothing goes wrong as they start coming through.
And maybe
Excellent.
seeing that Xanaphar might have taken the security precaution of locking some of the bulkheads to kind of like limit the flow of traffic towards...
Yeah, that's good.
The airlock opens, and you see in front of you a bureaucrat in front of what can only be described as a horde of people. Nearly all of them are disheveled. You don't know how long they've been on the ship. You can see some of them have soot and ash smeared on their faces and on their clothes and in their hair. And as soon as the airlock opens, the bureaucrat steps on board the ship, and he glances around. He looks directly into the camera before turning to the first person he sees, which is Kalia, and he says, I take it you're the captain of this vessel?
That's me.
He pulls up his tabula and he looks at it. And this vessel is the... can you just confirm the name of this vessel, please, for our records?
This is the One for Sorrow.
Ah, yes. And you, the captain, please confirm your name for our records.
I am Kalia Al-Rufai. Perhaps you've heard of me.
I apologize, but no. Anyway, and you can take 75 refugees, is that right?
That's correct.
He's kind of being jostled by the people behind him. Come on, let us on. Yes, he turns around. Sorry about this. We just need to make sure that we have everyone accounted for. Okay, he kind of turns back to the crowd, and then he turns again and spins on his heel and back to you. Are you ready to accept them?
Yes.
Would you like to say anything to them before they come on board? Do you have any rules for your ship, that sort of thing?
Do we have any rules on this ship? It's a new ship. Well, new for us.
I meant rules for these passengers. I take it you're not a passenger ship with such a small crew. I see there are 3 of you on this ship.
That's correct.
Am I near Kalia at all?
Yeah, sure, ish.
I would suggest that she relays to them exactly how this is going to go down. They're going to move to their stasis pods, and they will be in stasis for the duration of the return to the Baron. That way there's no surprises, nobody freaks out. If anybody needs any medical attention, are we fitted out for that?
No. Anybody needing medical attention is being seen on different vessels. Everyone that you're being given are in perfect health to be going into stasis, into cryogenic sleep for at least at most 6 weeks duration. Is that correct? Is that fit in with your requirements?
Xanaphar's gonna pan the holo camera and really capture the drama of the scene, and I have some like maybe some children in the background.
Yep. There's a few children at the front, that you can see, kind of peeking their heads between some adults.
It zooms in on the children, and then up to their mothers, and then zooms back in. Cameras full in on Kalia.
Yeah, I confirm that what he is trying to double check is accurate. I want to find out who he is.
Me. My name is Asad Irfan. I'm just a bureaucrat. I'm just here to make sure this all goes smoothly and we confirm all the records so that these people are taken care of.
And you are not one of the 75, correct?
Oh no. I'm staying. There are more than 75 people on this vessel. I need to make sure that they get onto other ships. And then he turns away from you and he speaks to the people behind him, amplifies his voice a bit as much as he can. All right, the 75 that have been agreed, please make your way in an orderly fashion onto this neighboring ship, and you will be put into stasis. And slowly the people start. There's like a little bit of a push as the first ones push through, and there's just basically a steady trickle. And as people are moving past you, some of them nod to you with a smile and say, "May the traveler bless you for this good deed." Or some of them just say, "Salam," and give you a little smile.
I'm going to try to keep pace with, various members of this assemblage, trying to, get them to participate in a totally non-exploitative interview.
You manage to find a couple of chatty people who will stand to one side once they're on your ship to tell you what's happened. Yeah, and effectively the fires are worse than they normally are this year. They tend to burn slightly less often than once a year, and the fires were expected, but they were much stronger than they have been in the past. So the relief effort who were there to control the fire weren't up to the task, so it raged out of control very quickly. This is a planet that the temperatures average between 30 and 80 degrees Celsius all year round.
And who are you poor, benighted creatures?
Well, myself and the people here, we're residents of Al-Alam, but you'll notice that...
I know all that. I mean, what's your name?
Oh, my name is Shihab Tirmiz.
Shihab, nice to meet you.
Yes, and...
Shihab, is this the first time you've been moved on from where you were living due to environmental circumstances?
Abso. This is something that has never happened before. There have been fires, as I've said, but never to the point where we had to leave our homes. I just hope they can control the fire before it really rages out of control and destroys everything we've built down there.
Are you satisfied with the governmental response? With the rescue effort?
He looks a bit nervous. Yes, I'm safe. I'm safe, aren't I? I'm on a ship. I'm not in harm's way anymore, and I'll be woken up in a number of days or weeks in Dabaran, where I will be given some temporary housing. I'm assured, and then eventually I'll be able to come home.
I put my face very close to his, as like I sense some small print to this statement.
Give me a manipulation roll.
Okay.
And you get to modify this with your reputation score. You have a reputation of 5. This person is a colonist. Colonists don't tend to have very high reputation, so we're going to give him a reputation of 2.
Okay.
So you're going to get your normal manipulation roll, and you're going to get a +3, which is the difference between your reputations.
Okay.
Your normal roll would be 5 empathy +3 manipulation, 8, and you get a +3 to that. So you're going to have 11 here.
Okay.
And while this is happening, the hollow camera scans some children that are walking by.
Yep.
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. It's not a critical success. It's a limited success. Do you want to push that at all?
Yeah, I'll push it.
You shout you throw a quick prayer to the merchant to really get into this guy's head.
Yeah, I don't mutter or whisper it at all. I shout it aloud.
Merchant, help me. Something like that, yeah?
Merchant, help me. Assist me. I push. 5 successes now.
5. That's a lot of successes. Okay. You get right up into Shihab's grill. What is it exactly you're saying? You're saying there's more to this story, I sense, or something like that, right?
Yeah.
He crumples under your gaze.
Mm-hmm.
It's the consortium. Their presence on the planet is a dictatorship. It's impossible to live there, but we're colonists. We have nowhere else to go. We have no money. We have to do what we're told. Oh, please don't broadcast this. My life could be in danger.
I respond to this earnest entreaty for discretion by shouting, "God is great!" Having got it out of him.
Okay. As you shout that, he really is scrambling to get away from you.
Bye. I turn back to the camera being operated by Xanathar, and I'm gonna launch into a bit of a diatribe. What are my words here? The consortium, the corporations, right, including the media and the bulletin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sort of very, very indirectly, my old source of revenue.
Yep.
So it's with no small degree of inappropriate celebration that I'm going to deliver a long monologue. It's like, it's time these fat cats got what was coming to them. And I am just the lint roller to remove those fat cat hairs from the sofa of, wait for it, I'll get it, civilized systems.
The sofa of civilized systems. That's a literary mouthful.
Episode title.
Okay, go on. I can hear Nathan. I can hear that Xanafar's going to do something.
Yeah, I was just thinking that he's kind of like manipulating the lights and kind of like zooming in, and there's like shadows on her eyes where she's kind of like this like doom preacher style of she like delivers the condemnation that's like deserved to dramatic effect in the HoloLens.
Okay. Yep. Okay, so you've got your interview with a displaced person. The last of the 75 are coming on. You've noticed that the last few scragglers coming on are wearing the robes of pilgrims. As soon as they notice that there's a camera filming them, they immediately put their eyes down, and they say nothing to you.
That in itself looks great.
Yeah. And without any kind of drama, you manage to get all 75 stasis beds filled. There's a small locker for every single bed. So the ones that are happy to strip down to either complete nakedness or to their underwear, they do that. And the people who aren't comfortable with that just climb into the stasis beds fully clothed. And within a few hours, everyone is in cryogenic sleep. You're no longer docked with the transport vessel, and you're ready to be on your way.
Okay, I guess we hit the road, really. This has been a fun diversion, but we've got places to be. We'll sort of bank the fact that these people have lived under a veritable dictatorship under the consortium. Okay.
Yeah. You don't want to do anything else? You just want to head on towards Jana, your original destination?
Yeah, I'm in favor of heading to the A plot.
Yeah, I'm kind of agitated that we've taken so long to get this all sorted out and ready to push off and get to our final destination.
Okay. Yeah. So you do that. You plug the holodrone in to recharge its batteries, and I'll go to the bridge and make your merry way away from Al Alam.
I think this diversion put off the maintenance of the shuttle, so I think Xanafar is actually going to go to the hangar deck and continue working over the shuttle.
Okay. I guess, Kalia, you've been up probably for about 27, 28 hours now on the trot. So you're probably starting to come down off of your chemical stimulants and probably in need of a sleep yourself.
I am maintaining a constant stream of consciousness dialogue with myself that bleeds into my regular speech with other characters, and then, continues unabated when I stop speaking to them.
As you're pulling away from this side quest, so to say, each of you can take 3 experience points.
Nice.
And is Kalia planning on going back to sleep? And what about the rest of you?
Yeah, I'm going to go back.
I was going to say, if I notice that she's starting to look a little fatigued, I would suggest that she goes rest, and I'll keep a watch on everything. Which, during that time, I'll wander around the stasis pods, just making sure that everyone's locked down, that no one's doing something that they shouldn't be doing.
Okay.
Not that I have trust issues or anything.
Nope. You're keeping an eye on your meal ticket, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, and what about Xanafar?
Yeah, I think he'll finish working on the shuttle first, and then kind of catch some sleep later. He might be okay with catnapping, even.
Okay. I mean, each of you would have had about, I think, probably like 4 hours of sleep anyway.
In fact, I think he's going to work in the shuttle, and he's going to sleep in the shuttle for a bit, and then wake up and keep working. So I think he actually doesn't go back to his cabin.
Okay. So you're probably about 10 hours later. I'm assuming that Kalia's woken up by this point. Luna and Xanafar, you guys probably will have caught up on some sleep as well within that time, like another few hours of sleep.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I would just say that everybody's woken up, and a few hours after you're all woken up and you've all had a bit of sleep, the sensors pick up something unidentified very close to the ship.
Who gets that notification?
I guess if you're all awake, then it will be Kalia as the captain, unless anybody else is on the bridge at the time. I assume Xanafar, you're probably off doing rounds, as would Luna.
No, I think I'm kind of like in the cargo net in the shuttle, kind of like like improvised hammock, maybe.
Okay.
Probably watching the latest bulletin reports.
And where are you, Luna?
I'll be wandering around, so just making sure everything's locked down. Not totally comfortable with having all these people on here in stasis or no.
Why don't you give me an observation roll, Luna, as you pass by the stasis beds?
So that is wits plus my observation.
Correct, yep.
So I'll be rolling 7 dice. With 1 success.
You're walking through the stasis chamber, and you hear something. It's basically an echo. It sounds like an echo of your own footsteps. As soon as you kind of notice it, you can't get out of your head that this isn't normal. You stop, and it stops.
I take another step to see if it'll reproduce.
You take another step, and it doesn't reproduce.
Kind of stop for a second, pondering it, then continuing on with my path.
Okay, you continue on. You don't hear any other echo to your steps.
Oh, do I need to respond to this alert?
Yeah, so that has happened in the time before the alert happens, and then Kalia will have gotten this alert that something's been detected in close proximity to the ship.
I say to Jill, what is the exact nature of the catastrophe this time?
Captain, it is unknown. I am picking up something that is not a ship within close proximity to our ship.
Do I have any hollow facilities in my suite?
There's probably a hollow projector in your suite. These are very, very swish, posh suites that you've got installed.
Jill, can you take a screen grab of what you're seeing and throw it up here?
So Jill does a bit of a kind of an active sensor pass, and you get a very staticky view of what looks like a cube.
Rubik's, Oxo, Game.
Org.
So many great cubes from history. Are there any detailing on the outside?
Captain, it would appear to be non-organic.
Okay, I didn't think it was organic. It's a big cube.
Correct, Captain.
Are there any crenellations or markings on the outside?
We will need to get closer to it to be able to do a more detailed sensor sweep.
Let's do that. I always make a point of investigating any errant cubes I find.
Okay, you get closer to it, and it appears to be abandoned cargo of some description.
Okay.
And when we changed course to kind of move closer towards it, can we say maybe Xanathar noticed the change and went up to the bridge?
Yeah, sure. Because you will have made a slight course correction, you'll be slowing down. Yeah, so you definitely would have picked up on that. I guess Luna would have picked up on it as well. So you make a course correction, you get the ship alongside this cube. You basically figure out that it's a cargo module.
Does it have any markings on the outside that show who was in charge of it beforehand?
You're going to need to get on your shuttle to get out and get some lights on it.
Okay.
Or somebody needs to get into an exosuit and hop out into space and look at it.
I have an exosuit, do I not?
Yeah, man.
Both you and Xanathar have exosuits.
So he's gonna try and do like a scan for like life forms or chemical atmosphere inside, that sort of thing, radiation.
So you do a full kind of suite of sensor sweeps. Nothing's coming up. There's no biological content. Well, I'm saying that. I'm going to have you roll on a salvage table. So there theoretically could be something organic or even radioactive within it, but I need you guys to roll for that first. So whoever's going to go get it is going to make the roll.
I would recommend that Xanathar does it. He is a little bit more versed in this kind of stuff than what I would be.
Always send Xanathar to do it. Xanathar do this. Xanathar clean that. Move the camera.
Hey, I'll go do it, but I'm going to shoot it first.
Fine, you do it. And he kind of like on the sly goes back to impulsively checking the bulletin.
I guess I go get suited up then.
Do you want any company?
No, you stay here in case anything happens.
Radio.
Okay, you taking your accelerator rifle with you, I assume? It will shoot in the vacuum of space.
Yeah, probably. Just in case.
Okay. So you get into your exosuit, you've got your rifle, and you've got yourself tethered to the ship. Go to one of the airlocks, and it doesn't take you long to float over to it. And as you get closer, are you going to shoot it first?
No, that was just for show.
As you get closer, it just looks like a cargo module, like a slightly large 5-meter cubed cargo module.
So she's just like floating out in space to this thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So Xanafar's gonna like feel like a total heel for like now she's doing this, and he probably should have. I think he's gonna fire up the shuttle, and while she's out there investigating it, he's gonna actually leave the hangar bay and kind of make his way over to there. Plus, if there's cargo, he can recover it with the shuttle.
I like this spacewalk.
Okay. So as you're floating, Luna, directly in front of it, you've got a tether. You're tethered to the ship. You have a winch. As you've just hooked it all up and you're kind of just turning around, you notice the shuttle appear from behind you, very, very close to you.
And I turn on all the lights and illuminate everything.
And looking at those lights, I have to flinch back because that hurts.
Yeah, that's not going to be.
I open up comms and start cursing at him.
He kills the comm.
I keep on yelling, and if you're able to look into the visor, you just see my mouth moving and a little irate.
Yeah, you're like seem to be extremely well illuminated at this point, so I can see everything really well.
Funny that.
Are we able to haul this back into the ship?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so once it's all hooked up, I'm assuming I would have some kind of remote or have to go in to trigger it to get hauled back in. Does he have to get the shuttle in first before this can fit, or different doors? Well,
there's 2 hangars, so you can. It doesn't really matter. You've chosen the hangar that didn't have the shuttle in it.
And we also have a cargo hold that holds like hundreds of tons of cargo.
Yeah. So the first step would be to get it into you get it in through the hangar, which is where you've got the winch set up, and then like the cargo hold is next to both hangars. So.
Cool. Yeah. So we'll get that hauled in. I'll take my helmet off, unsling my rifle, and
I'll redock the shuttle, then in the other one, and then walk over towards her once I've landed and close the hangar door.
Luna, why don't you give me a D66 roll to see what's the contents of this cargo?
Okay, so before I go to open this up, you can just hear faintly underneath my breath, Colette.
Kiss your mother with that mouth?
I rolled 26.
26. 5 cubic meters. Yeah, okay.
Of tripe.
Of medikits inside. It looks like it says there's 1 medikit on this salvage table I have.
Well, I think most of them have actually spoiled in the cold of space, so they're like ruined.
Sure. So we'll say.
So maybe there's one with like a functioning battery or something that's like kept it going.
Yeah, I like that. So you made this stop, and you've got yourself 1 medikit, 1 usable medikit.
I walk over, pick it up, say this is mine, and walk away.
I think that's fair.
Okay. You then continue on your way. You're back on course, and a few hours later, you pass another ship, just like a freighter, which again doesn't hail you.
Billy no makes us.
Do you want to try hailing it?
No.
Okay.
And in the meantime, Xanafar realizes that he didn't know about the course change until after the fact. And so he's requested from Jill that any contacts or inputs in course changes, that he gets flagged with an alert even if he's asleep. So
yeah, okay. So you're now many hours away from Al Alam. You're kind of roughly at the midpoint between Al Alam and Jannah.
Just a little behind the scenes magic here. Are you rolling up the ships that we're passing by?
Yeah, I rolled them up as part of my prep. Tell me where you guys are all located right now.
On the bridge.
You're on the bridge.
I'll be on the bridge as well.
Okay. And what about Xanafar?
I'm gonna pick a location on the ship real quick. Oh, okay, so I just looked at the chapel. So I think he's actually in the chapel praying to the icons.
Okay. Where you are all located at the moment is where we're going to start, as suddenly Jill pipes up.
Alert. Unidentified ship within medium range. Transponder is switched off.
Grr. Okay.
Switching your transponder off is illegal. Only people who tend to do it are people who are trying to travel under the radar. So smugglers, pirates, that sort of thing.
I look to Kali and tell her to try and make contact.
Okay.
Some beads of sweat are collecting at the nape of my neck.
Before you can do any of that, we're just going to jump straight into ship combat.
Oh.
Because there's not going to be a lot of time to chat to each other and everything else.
Bloody rotters.
I was looking for her to shoot them anyway.
Okay, so I think the first thing to do is we're going to be rolling initiative. That's down to the captains of each vessel. So Kalia, You need to give me a command roll.
Okay.
So have a look at your stats. I'm going to look up the captain of the other vessel.
I've got 2 in command here.
Yeah, but it's also your base empathy score as well.
5. So is that 7 total?
That would be 7 total, yep.
I'm rolling 70. 1 success.
And I've got 3 successes from the other ship.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I hope this isn't who I think it is.
So are they obviously attacking us then?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Oh, really?
A ship has popped up on your radar within medium range, which is the extent of your passive sensors, and they basically are heading towards you. So that's why we're cutting straight to combat.
So if is Jill maybe giving a readout to me that there's a medium range ship on an intercept course?
She'll give a general ship-wide communique. It's probably one of the things she's triggered to do anyway. If there is a ship without its transponder switched on.
Attention, we are fucked.
So he heads to the bridge. Xanathar does.
Yeah. Okay. The first thing to do is the order phase, and Kalia gets to give an order. You can do repair, you can evade, you can retreat, or you can attack.
Okay. Would it be possible to get a quick update from Jill over our relative size and speed compared to our...
It's a smaller vessel than yours, so that's basically what you've picked up when it's come within your passive sensor range.
Would I be right with thinking that is one against evade then, if it's a smaller, nippier vessel against our big old boat?
What are you telling people to do? Do you want people to try and evade? Do you want people to try and retreat from it? Do you want to attack it? What do you want people to do?
Let's go with evade.
Okay. So we're both going to be rolling for our various captains. I'll roll for my captain, you roll for your captain. It's the same command skill. So you roll 7 dice again.
No successes.
No successes. Do you want to push that at all?
Be careful. Every time we push it, we give him a darkness point, or whatever it's called.
I've got 3 now.
Okay. Well, perhaps in light of that, I'll hold off.
Okay.
It's not critical yet, I don't think.
So that's fine. You shout, "We need to evade," or something along those lines. But with no successes, it doesn't really matter if people listen to you or not. They're not going to get a bonus.
Might as well talk to the bloody wall.
The way combat works is we have 5 phases. We've just gone through the first phase, which is the order phase. Then we have an engineering phase next, and in each phase, both ships act. So the engineering phase is first, and that's Xanathar's position. But Xanathar, you're not on the deck yet. I guess you're heading there.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess we can say one of you can try to do this instead. You'd be making a technology roll.
I think I have a computer on me, so maybe while I'm running down it, I can just maybe allocate some energy to things.
Yeah, you're meant to be on the bridge at your station to be able to do that sort of thing.
Okay, I'm just running up there. I'll set out the round.
So I guess any one of you, Luna or Kalia, could hop on the engineering station quickly to basically allocate the energy points in the ship.
Do you have anything in technology, Luna?
No, but I got 5 wits.
Okay, I've got 4 wits and nothing in technology.
So you won't be able to roll it, unfortunately, if you've got nothing in it because it's an advanced skill. But actually distributing the energy points doesn't require any roll. You just basically need to say where you're going to be distributing it to. There are 6 energy points available to you on the ship, and you assign all 6 of those to either the pilot, the sensor, or the gunner. And the actions you take during your phase cost a number of energy points. Anything to move, so if you want to try and move away from this ship, it costs a number of energy points equal to the class of your ship. So it's going to cost 4 of your 6 energy points to move.
Now, how does that factor in with maneuver, since we're at -1 for being this big space station-esque?
The -1 is a modifier to the piloting roll to move.
Okay. I will throw points into Gunner.
How many?
We have 6 to play with.
Yeah.
Put 3 in gunnery, and then the other 3 in... What were the other 2, sorry?
Sensors or piloting?
So you need to put 4 into the for piloting if you want it to move, because we're a class 4 ship. So you could do 1 gunnery, 1 sensors, and then 4 for the pilots for maneuvering. So each thing could activate once.
Yeah, and I guess since that's what the captain wanted to do, then we'll have to go forward with that.
Oh, you don't have to. The captain can say whatever the captain likes. You can completely ignore the captain. It's just if the captain during the order phase, if the captain manages to roll successes, if you do what the captain is ordering, then you will get bonuses to your action. Does that make sense?
I mean, don't tell Kalia I said this, but she's not exactly Horatio Hornblower. You follow your hearts.
I'm going to divide them up between sensors and gunnery, 3 and 3 apiece. Screw moving. We're bigger. We're stronger.
Okay. You do that then, and then we move to the next phase, which is the piloting phase. Your ship AI is set up as the pilot, and unfortunately, with no EP allocated for piloting, your ship just continues along its course. Whereas the other ship takes an opportunity to move themselves one spot closer to you. And I'm just going to quickly roll for that. So I've rolled 2 successes for the piloting roll for the other ship. They've moved directly alongside you.
They're in weapons range.
Goo.
Yeah, so we move then to the sensor phase. You've got 3 EP, but they get to go first. Within the sensor phase, the sensor operator gets to act. That's Kalia. It'll be a data gen roll if you need to roll anything. You can attempt to lock onto the target ship, which you would need if you're going to fire a torpedo.
Is there no scope here to try and communicate again, or will that be a waste of a move?
You can use your sensor phase to try and open comms with them, yeah. It doesn't cost any energy points, so you can do that kind of for free.
Okay. Yes, I'll do that.
You open a comms channel, and what do you say?
What the deal is? WTF?
Okay. Yeah, you get no response.
Okay.
So you've got 3 EP to play with.
Mm-hmm.
You can spend 1 EP to get a target lock on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
You could break a target lock. In fact, they're going to be trying to get a target lock on you now anyway. So let me just roll for that, and that will tell you whether you're aware that they've managed to get a lock onto you. So that's a data gen roll. So I'm going to roll that for them. They get a modifier for having a good command roll as well. Unfortunately for you. Yeah. Okay. So they've got a. You notice it kind of pings up that they've got a target lock on your ship.
In the words of the great poet, oh, titty caca.
In fact, as soon as the target lock is engaged on the ship, there's comms chatter coming over from the other ship.
Oh, really?
And it says,
"As you may have noticed, we have you in target lock. Do not try to run. Do not try to fight, or we will not be gentle. See you soon."
Do I recognize the voice?
No. Mm-mm.
Is their manner of speech similar to what ours would be, or would it be something, say, a little bit more alien?
No, it's nothing. It doesn't sound alien to you at all.
Okay, I yell over to Luna or to Kalia to try and break that lock.
Okay, yes, I'll try and break the target lock.
Okay.
If we are able to break that lock, can we counter lock?
Yeah, absolutely. Adam, don't roll yet. Don't roll yet. You get a negative modifier for the strength of the lock they have. So you have a -3 to your data gen attempt.
Is that 2 dice then? Because I've got 4 wits, 1 data gen.
Yep.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
And may the bot be ever in your favor.
No successes.
Do you want to push that?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No.
No?
No point at this stage.
Okay.
You have 2 more EP. You could try again.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's true. You can try 2 more times with your 2 extra EP. You won't be able to lock onto it then, but you could at least try and break their lock.
Okay, worth another try, do we think, team?
Do it.
Okay.
You can still lock onto them when they're locked onto you too, by the way.
Well, shall I try that again, or shall I try to lock onto them?
It just mechanically, it's a 2. You're only rolling 2 dice to break the lock. If you're attempting to get a lock on them, you basically be rolling your normal data gen roll. There's no negative modifier on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go for a lock.
Yeah. All right. Rolling 5 dice. No successes.
Try pushing that one.
Yeah, all right.
Instead of pushing, we can still do 1 more without pushing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Okay, I'll try another one. 1 success.
You manage to get a lock onto the other ship. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's all of your energy points for this round used up. So then we're going to jump to the final round, which is the attack phase. They don't actually attack you during this phase, so they're not firing on you or anything like that. So over to you, Luna. If you want to fire on them, you can see if you go to the ship tab, there's a number of weapons available. Countermeasure dispensers, which you don't really need. You can do a data meme. You can use an autocannon, accelerator cannon. Well, actually, the autocannon won't apply necessarily in this instance just yet. Or you've got torpedoes, normal torpedoes or ion torpedoes.
And technically, the data meme is from the sensor phase.
Ah, is it? Okay.
Yeah, because it's not a weapon. It's like it's a data chain attack.
Can I target specific systems on their ship? Like if I wanted to try and take out their weapon system or their engines or...
No. Mm-mm. I mean, we could probably just house rule that and say with a negative modifier, yeah, you can attempt to attack a specific system.
Okay, and for each attack of a weapon system, does that cost 1 EP? So like if I wanted to fire the autocannon, or sorry, the accelerated cannon and torpedo.
It depends on what you're trying to do. Launching a torpedo doesn't cost any EPs. Firing at any of your other weapon systems costs 1. So you could fire 3 times with your accelerator cannon and theoretically launch your torpedoes.
Yep. We just have limited numbers of torpedoes.
Yeah.
So.
You've got 2 normal torpedoes and 2 ion torpedoes.
Mm-hmm.
Ion torpedoes do damage to both hull points and energy points.
Okay, well then I will attack with both the torpedo and the accelerated cannon. So fire the torpedo once.
So a torpedo requires a target lock, which you have. And it's going to basically it approaches the target at a speed which doesn't really matter because you're in the same zone. So it's just gonna hit them effectively. But they will have the opportunity to do some defensive fire with their autocannon to try and shoot down the incoming torpedo. Okay?
Okay.
So you fire it. You don't need to roll anything for that. And I will be rolling their gunnery to see whether they hit it. They don't get a bonus because this doesn't relate to the order that was given by their captain.
Music to my lug holes.
They still get a fair amount of dice to roll.
Oh, fuck.
No successes.
Ah.
So you can see the torpedo gets launched. Their autocannon instantly is like firing to try and stop it, but the torpedo manages to get past. You're so close. It's kind of like they have very little time to react to it, and the torpedo reacts with the ship. And then this is the point where you roll your ranged combat roll, Luna.
Okay, so that would be my agility 4 and range 2 for 6.
Mm-hmm. And any bonuses, you get a bonus for the torpedo as well, which is, let me just look it up, 2, a bonus of 2, so you get 2 extra dice for that. Oh, and in fact, I should have had a bonus 2 for the autocannon, but we'll let that slide for now.
Oh, too late now.
And we get 2 successes.
Okay, so 2 successes is the power of the torpedo in terms of like how well it's hit, but they also have armor on their ship, so I get to roll their armor to see how many points of damage they are able to defeat. None.
Excellent.
So you do like the first success does the basic damage, which is 2, and the extra 6 does an extra 1 on top of that. Unfortunately, you don't have enough to trigger the crit for a torpedo, which is 2. You would need 3 successes for that, but you managed to do 3 damage to their hull.
Can I leap on the comms?
Yeah.
I'm going to leap on the comms and roar across the void of space through the darkness between the stars. Fuck off and die, fly boys!
Okay, so you fired your torpedo. It's managed to hit for 3 damage. You've still got 3 energy points to go on this round, so you can make 3 standard attacks still, Luna.
Okay, so I'll do 3 more shots with the accelerated cannon. I'll do 3 more attacks with my agility and my ranged.
Mm-hmm.
And any other benefits that go into this, or?
Yeah, you get accelerator cannon gives you 1 bonus. Roll them 1 at a time. If you want to push any of them, you can push this roll.
Okay.
And they're also, if you do any damage, they're going to have the opportunity to defend against it.
Okay, so rolling 7 dice for the first shot. No successes on that one.
Okay, do you want to push that?
No, not yet.
Okay.
No successes on the second one. I'll push that one,
Okay.
which gives me 1 success.
Okay, let me roll their armor. Your attack strafes their hull, but it doesn't get through their armor. Okay, and give me your last roll.
Okay, last one was 7 dice. No successes, and I don't know if I want to push this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just leave it as is.
Okay, so you've done 3 damage to the other ship with your torpedo, but unfortunately your 3 attempts with the accelerator cannon haven't managed to damage them at all. So we're going to leave it there as Xanathar comes onto the bridge. Xanathar, do you want to say anything as you're coming onto the bridge?
I think you can just hear like the heavy breathing he's been running. So like through his respirator, it's just like this electronic breathing sound, and he's like, "Ugh, out of my way!" And he like runs over to one of the stations.
The engineering station. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, and we're gonna leave it there for this week, and we'll catch you next week for episode 3. Thanks for listening to Mud and Blood Plays Coriolis. Our players can be found on Twitter. Adam is playing Kalia and has the handle Adam Attley, Attley. Charlotte is playing Luna and has the handle Foxfire22. That's fire spelt Fyre. Nathan is playing Xanathar and has the handle Script and Verse. Our intro and outro music is the track Valraven by Danish musician Danheim. Ambient music is from the Emmy Award-winning Tabletop Audio. Join us next week for the next installment of Fear and Loathing in the Third Horizon.